Hey, good afternoon, YouTube. It's How To Doc Gaddy coming to you again with another video on the Army recruitment process. So now this is our third video, and in this video we're going to talk about the ASVAB, specifically the SASVAB, the SASVAB. The reason that it's called the SAVAB is because it's the school ASVAB. This is the much easier test to take, and the reason for that is the test is given in your home school, number one. Number two, it's a paper test, and number three, you're much more comfortable when you take that test. Now, about that test. It is a proctored test. What that means is that an employee of MEPS, which is the Military Entrance Processing Station in your state, will come to your high school and they will proctor the test. There may or may not be military recruiters there as well, and we're only there to help with the test. It, as I stated before, is a paper test on a bubble sheet that you will fill out with a number 2 pencil. Of note, there is no technology allowed when taking this test. No calculators, no phone, no smartwatch, no asking your neighbor, no asking your cat, who is your emotional support animal. It's just you and the test. Now, this test has your demographic information on it. It'll ask you for your name and address. It'll ask you for your phone number, but you don't have to put it down. And then it will list your school's information, and then it will also ask you what your future plans are. For me and some of my fellow recruiters, if you select anything other than military, then I'm not going to call you. So that's something to keep in the back of your mind. Now, the test is made up of 9 different sections, but currently they are only testing you on 8 of those sections. Those sections are made up of auto and shop knowledge, electrical knowledge, mechanical reasoning and knowledge, arithmetic reasoning, word knowledge, paragraph comprehension, general science, mechanical comprehension, and lastly, assembling objects. Now, the assembling objects is the test that usually gets taken out, but just in case it is in there, what that test is on the test booklet, there will be a series of different shapes, and the answers will show those shapes in a put together item. Your job is to figure out do the shapes on the test match any of the selections? Once you turn in the test, the results will come in usually within a week. When the results come back, your school's guidance counselor will get them and they will coordinate for a interpretation to be done. And what that means is that a trained professional from MEPS will come out and tell you what your scores mean in the individual sections. The ASVAB is a free test to your school. What that means is, for example, the ACT, the SAT, you have to pay for them. The ASVAB is free. It is not used solely for military enlistment. It is an assessment of you as a person. It's a personality assessment as well as an intellectual assessment. When they come and explain the results, it will make much more sense, for example, what a 74 in general science means. In layman's terms, it means that you're good in basic scientific concepts. Now, on to study guides. There are a multitude of study guides out there that can be used to help you prepare for the test. My most favorite is located on YouTube, and it is called ASVAB Test Prep. It is a series of videos that will walk you step by step how to master the ASVAB. Even if you're not planning on going into the military, it doesn't hurt to watch the videos because, as we all know, with the Common Core education system, math and science skills can be lacking. The ASVAB Test Prep website shows you how to do real-world arithmetic problems that you're going to face once you graduate high school. There is also the book series called ASVAB for Dummies. Those books are wonderful. The biggest thing about all of the practice and study guides is you actually just have to do it. Nothing's free in this world. You put forth the effort and you will get a result. Now, the last study guide is a website, and it is called march2success.com. That's March, the number 2, success.com. You log in, and it takes you through a series of classes that will show you how to successfully negotiate the ASVAB. Now, one of the key subjects on the ASVAB is word knowledge, and it's nothing more than a series of sentences with one word underlined, and it will ask you, what does this word mean or most closely mean? What it is checking is to see the level of your vocabulary. In the description to this video, we will link all of the websites I talked about, as well as an email address. If you would like a list of the most common words seen on the test, as well as their definitions, shoot me an email and I'll send it to you. Now let's talk about scores. Again, the scores will come back about a week after the test. When the scores come back, you're going to have 2 individual scores. You're going to have what's called the AFQT, the Armed Forces Qualification score. That score will need to be a 31 or higher if you're thinking about coming into the military. Now, different branches have different score requirements. Currently, the Army score requirement is a 31. Now, occasionally, the Army will lower the requirement and allow people who have scores down into the 20s to enlist, but only for certain jobs. The second set of scores that you will have are known as your line scores. Your line scores are you as a person. What are you good at? What are you not good at? For example, if you work on automobiles on the side, you work on a farm, you work on tractors, then your auto and shop knowledge will be very high, as will your mechanical knowledge. Conversely, if you never even looked under the hood of a car, then you're probably not going to score very high on that section. What those sections do for you, if you're thinking about coming into the military, is allow recruiters to generate a job list that is specifically tailored to your strengths and weaknesses. And then you can pick from those jobs to see what is available to come into the United States military. Your line scores are made up from all 9 sections of the test. Now, the overall score is made up of 4 sections. They are arithmetic reasoning, paragraph comprehension, word knowledge, and math knowledge. The arithmetic reasoning is just a set of problems. It's mainly algebra 1 and down. Paragraph comprehension, read this passage, tell me what it means. Word knowledge is that list of words. It will be a sentence with a word underlined and 4 selections. Which does this word most closely mean? Then math knowledge is word problems. Read the word problem, give me the answer. Those are the sections that give you the overall. What I like to tell my recruits to make it simpler, the 31 is your key to your front door. If you score a 30, then the door doesn't open. If you score a 31 or better, then the door swings wide open and your future in the United States military is right inside. In closing, when you take the test and a recruiter generates your job list, it will be valid for 2 years or until you take another test. With the ASVAB as well as the SASVAB, if you take the test again and you score higher, then you have a higher score. If you take the test again and you score lower, now you have a lower score. So I hope that this provided some information to you. If you found this video useful, give me a like. If you didn't, then appreciate you listening. If you have any questions, feel free to put them down in the comments and I'll respond. And if you would like the word sheet, do the same and send me an email. Thank you for listening and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.